least, we will have our presidential candidates. We will start with James Smith.
My name is James Smith. I am the current president of Trio College Cabinet, and I'm running for the position of TCSA president. With the past 3 years of my dedicated work around saving this college and trying to, I've noticed one thing that has failed, that fails to unite these student organizations, college cabinets, and the TCSA. There's an unwillingness to act on the best interests of students, and I feel it comes down to two issues. First, a sense of powerlessness that has totally surrounded our student representatives. That what we say doesn't actually matter within this university. The reaction to this is actually inaction, and therefore we reaffirm those notions that students are too young, too naive, too immature to make the decisions that truly should direct this university. The second is fear. Fear of being on the losing side. Fear so that we have to compromise before we can actually act. And this, we hold on to our toehold of authority within it. But what that side fails to realize, and NAMP is a perfect example, just compromising right away so that way we don't lose a seat at the table. What that position fails to realize is that once you compromise, once you give away your voice as a representative of the students, you have gained nothing. You have not gained any more ability to say within the university. You have now just become a tool within the administration. Compromise should always be an option, but it should never be the first course of action. Team Phoenix has proposed that we expand the power of college cabinets within the TCSA, and that will fight apathy. All this will do is relocate apathy from the TCSA to college cabinets who already experience low voter turnout, uncontested elections, and low involvement in their daily activities. CDU doesn't believe that we should increase the voices of some groups while decreasing those of others, and a students' assembly would be just the opposite, bringing all groups together to talk about the issues, to talk about, to share our resources, to share our successes, and to share our failures. With CDU, you will get a student union, not a student government that's worried about tax breaks, but a student union that will put this interest of student first, that will maintain that we have good faculty in this school, and that the administrators are not our high school principals, but our employees, and that the interests of students will be held above all else. Thank you.
Okay, questions for James? I have Matt, and then I have you in the green sweater. The lady in the green sweater. Gray. Sorry, is it gray? Yeah. Sorry, I'm colorblind. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm just looking for some clarification on this. You keep mentioning the student assembly. I'm just really struggling to see the difference in what the student assembly will be and will do compared to what we already do right now and we'll try to do.
Good question. Student assembly, as it's still in process, and we'll have to work with other student groups for it to actually happen, is bringing all members of all the different groups together. It's not enough that we just have a couple of liaisons between these groups. We really need to know these different groups that are on our campus and be able to share their campaigns like that. It's too much that it's isolated within certain positions within cabinets. Though those positions should definitely remain and those liaisons are important, it's that we bring the groups together and they can talk about things and all the different members of the different groups understand the different issues.
Sorry, I have to stop you there. Gray sweater. Okay, so basically my question comes, you said in your speech that if you lose your voice, you gain nothing. But at the same time, the TCSA withdrew its position on the NAMP review committee. So I'm just kind of, I guess, wondering, when you say you lose your voice, you gain nothing, how that kind of works.
I said that if you compromise to get a seat at the table, if you compromise your values, the interests of students, you gain nothing because your duty isn't towards sitting at the table, it's towards representing students. And so if you have to stop representing students to take on this role, you have given up everything and gained nothing. Woo!